Today we'll see about natural and artificial satellites part 2, where we'll see about artificial satellites. Please subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell for future updates. Now let's begin, shall we? As discussed earlier, artificial satellites are satellites which are launched into orbit by humans through rockets. They either orbit the planet Earth or other celestial objects like other planets and other moons. Not only that, they also voyage through the Milky Way galaxy and other parts of the universe. Let us see about some types of artificial satellites to get to know about them better. Space telescopes. A space telescope is an astronomical telescope that operates in space by remote control to avoid interference by the Earth's atmosphere. Some of the examples are James Webb Space Telescope, Hubble Space Telescope, Chandra Observatory Telescope, which is an American space telescope named after an Indian scientist, Subramaniam Chandrasekhar, and AstroSat, as you see in this picture, which is a completely Indian made space telescope. These space telescopes orbit the Earth and other planets and collect data from them. These data can be used for various purposes. They can take pictures also. These pictures only are used in our textbooks these days. For examples, space telescopes help us look back in time and get to know what happened in the space. Space telescopes capture the light from stars and galaxies many light years away. Light from the galaxy took billions of years to reach here. So the space telescope is looking back in time. In fact, you are also looking back in time if you look at stars. So if any star bursts now, it will take billions and millions of years for the light to reach here. So that is why space telescopes look back in time. Even space stations also help in space observation. For example, International Space Station by the USA and Russia. Not only them, many other countries are involved in this. From August 2022, India is going to start building a space station for the 75th Independence Day. Have you wondered what kind of information they give? Let us see. These space telescopes give us information about planets, stars, and other celestial objects, on how they behave and also how far the stars and planets are away from us. And also they can also collect pictures and we can get to know about the planets and other celestial object shapes. Since they capture light that has left the galaxies that are billions of light years away, they also give us information about how universe was in the past. In fact, the James Webb Space Telescope is so big that it can capture the Big Bang. To your right is the James Webb Space Telescope. It is very huge. Now let us see about the next type of space telescopes. These space telescopes look into the Earth and not into the space. These help observe the Earth's atmosphere, surface and many other structures. NASA of America and ISRO of India have coordinated to build an Earth Observation Space Telescope. It is known as NISAR, NASA ISRO Synthetic Aperture Radar. It is yet to be launched and is going to be launched in an Indian rocket from Satish Dhawan Space Center in Sriharikota. It is a mission duration of 3 years. To your right is the model of the NISAR satellite. NASA of USA, CNSA of China, ISRO of India and Roscosmos of Russia are some major space agencies that have advanced in space observation using space telescopes. Now let us jump into the next type of artificial satellites. Remote sensing satellites. So let us see about what remote sensing is first. Remote sensing is the science of obtaining information about objects or areas from a distance, typically from aircrafts or satellites. Remote sensing is the acquiring of information from a distance, typically millions and billions of light years away or for just kilometers away. NASA and other space agencies observe the Earth and other planetary bodies via remote sensing satellites or remote sensors on satellites and aircraft that detect and record reflected and emitted energy. remote sensors, which provide a global perspective and a wealth of data about Earth systems, enable data-informed decisions making based on the current and future state of our planet. Remote sensing satellites are of two types, which are technologically active and technologically passive remote sensing satellites. Active remote sensing satellites emit energy in order to scan objects and areas, whereupon a sensor then detects and measures the radiation that is reflected or backscattered from the target. There are three types of orbits which the remote sensing satellites use: geostationary, equatorial, and sun-synchronous orbits. Special cameras mounted on these satellites collect remotely sensed images which help researchers sense things about the Earth. Analyzing the condition of rural roads, creating a base map for visual reference, computing snowpack, collecting Earth's pictures from space, controlling forest fires, detecting land use and land cover, estimating forest supplies, locating construction and building alteration, etc. are some of the primary applications of remote sensing satellites. One of the examples is Saga, an Indian remote sensing satellite. This is the picture to your left. Let us see about its past. IRS-1A, the first of series of indigenous state-of-art operating remote sensing satellites, was successfully launched into a polar sun-synchronous orbit on 17 March 1988 from the Soviet Cosmodrome in Baikonur. The successful launch of IRS-1A was one of the proudest moments of the entire country, which depicted the maturity of satellite to address the various requirements for managing natural resources of the nation. On the occasion of 30 years of IRS-1A, the fruitful journey of Indian remote sensing program, it is important to look back at the achievements of Indian space program, particularly in remote sensing applications, wherein India has become a role model for the rest to follow. Now let us see about the next type of artificial satellites. Military satellites. A military satellite is an artificial satellite used for a military purpose only. The most common missions are intelligence gathering, navigation, and missile launching. Military communications and tracking also included. The first military satellites were photographic reconnaissance missions. Some attempts were made to develop the satellite based on weapons, but this work was halted in 1967 following the ratification of weapons of the countries of the world. Integrated Space Cell. The Integrated Space Cell was the nodal agency within the Government of India which oversees the security of its space-based military and civilian hardware systems. It was jointly operated by all the three services of the Indian Armed Forces, the Civilian Defence Research and Development Organization, and the Indian Space Research Organization. This agency was superseded by Defence Space Agency. The picture here shows how a military satellite is launched into the orbit and taken back. GSAT-7, GSAT-7A, Microsat-R, GSAT-7R are some of the examples of military satellites. GSAT-7A, the satellite enhances network-centric warfare capabilities of the Indian Air Force and its global operations. The satellite is also used by Indian Army's Aviation Corps for real-time control and communication of its aviation operations. India is in the process of acquiring high-altitude and long-endurance satellite-controlled UAVs such as American Armed Predator B or Sea Guardian drones that can fire at enemy targets from very long distances. Now let us jump into the final type of artificial satellites. As seen before, some of the satellites also voyage through the space and can leave the solar system. Let us see about one program depending on the satellites which have left the solar system. We have often heard about satellites which were launched into orbit to planets and natural satellites such as Earth, Moon, Mars. But there are also satellites which are made to pass all of these and go beyond the solar system into deep space. These are known as deep space satellites. These satellites often have a different working system than those which are sent to normal planets and other celestial objects. Some of the examples are Pioneer 10 and 11 and Voyager 1 and 2. They are also special accessories and equipment that normal satellites do not have. These will help them work more better from far distances and deep space. These are some of the deep space satellites. The Voyager program. It is an American scientific program that employed two robotic space probes, Voyager 1 and 2, launched in 1977 to study and survey Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. The primary objective of the Voyager space probes was to study the four outer planets, but the mission got extended. The satellites were recoursed into interstellar medium. The interstellar medium is a region of outer space beyond the influence of the solar system. On 25th August 2012, Voyager 1 became the first man-made object to enter interstellar space. The Voyagers now explore the outer boundaries of the heliosphere in interstellar space. This is a pictorial representation of Voyager 1 and 2 and their placements in the interstellar space. These are some of the pictures from Voyager 1 and 2. Some interesting facts on Voyager 1 and 2 are: Voyager 1, launched in 1977, has been flying in space for 43 years and still continuing its path. Voyager 2 is the only spacecraft to get a picture of the ice giants Uranus and Neptune. Voyager 1 is traveling very fast at a speed of 17 kilometers per second, that is 38,000 miles per hour. Even though Voyager 1 was launched after Voyager 2, it was the first to enter interstellar space and exit the solar system. The Voyagers carry a record known as Golden Record to inform any extraterrestrials about us and our love and diversity. These are some of the questions from our previous part 1 and part 2. Answer them in the comments and let us know about your thought. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell. Also like this video and comment in it. Please share this video. Thank you all for watching.